It was Mark Poulton that packaged him. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is Primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already know when outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dog, Spike and Whoop, USAssassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how Just a Writer became a moral compass. This is Primetime Poulton. This is Primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Behold the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Grinned red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The King took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Left none living, unable to tell. The King took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the King of Kings. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Into the dirt. His will be done. Now feel your fear. There can be only one. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down to the King. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. The King is here. Now feel your fear. The King of Kings. All hail the King. On your knees to the King. The King of Kings. There is only one.
Hey, Graveyard Shift 2 was really, really good. It's one of my favorite Comicsgate books that I've ever read. I really, really enjoyed it. I keep saying that. I didn't realize how much I like Mark Poulton's writing. But I do. He writes a pretty good action superhero yarn. I'm tempted to check out his other project, which looks Sea Dog. It looks pretty cool as well. Codename Kill Switch.
Just another boring day where nothing changes, everything was normal till you came running up my street, and you ran so fast I was taken by the flash. Then you came and brought me here. You locked me here. You locked me in your basement. And you told me you loved me. And I said I loved you too. And it happened all so fast. I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that passed. If I'd have known this day would be all out. Taken by the flash. My mother and my father, they both warned me when they said you were unstable. But your jawline and your brown eyes, they were more than I could take. And it happened all so fast. I was taken by the flash. 'Now we both gone missing and we're kissing till the police come to find us. Is it wrong that I like it and I don't wanna go back home? And it happened all so fast. I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that pass. If I'd have known this day would be all out. Taken by the flash. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting.
What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King. 27 campaigns and going. Good old TMC. Mark Poulton. How you doing today? This is Revolution. Today we got special guest Vaughn Coleman with us talking about his new book, Phenomenova. But first, got my co-host in the house, my best friend, Sean Ahrendt. What's up, Sean?
Yo, what it do?
What it is, man?
That what it be?
Yeah, absolutely. And we got with us Enirco Botta,
Oh,
repping the Flash. You weren't taken by him, were you?
I couldn't withstand his jawline and his brown eyes.
Yeah, watch
Sign me
out,
up.
man. Watch out. That's a little, cautionary tale. We like. Oh, look at that! Look at
Ooh.
that. Very festive. I love it, Enrico. How'd you make those explosions appear? Where'd they come out of?
They came out of the Flash. I think if you just do a thumbs up, I think it happens. Try it.
No.
No.
There you. It's just you. Whatever
Whatever
software you have. That's amazing.
We gotta look at the settings, bro.
Oh, okay. Anyway, this is Revolution Live. We got a special guest with us. I told Vaughn to jump on at the 25-minute mark. He's here a little early. If this were a job interview, I'd be impressed with his him being
He's a studious
tenacity.
little lad, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna let him sit.
We're gonna let him stimmer.
We're gonna let him cook for a little bit.
Yeah.
we got some
power move, bro.
Yeah, power. Hey, I learned from the best power moves under the learning tree of John Malin at Chicago. But it's the eve of 4th of July. Have you left your milk and cookies out for USAssassin? Because this is his holiday, Independence Day, and what better day to back USAssassin for Dogs of War on Indiegogo? Guest starring the legendary Roddy Piper. Get your copies today, man. This book, don't want to miss it. 72 pages, all out action, drawn by Mike McMahon, my guy.
Your guy.
My guy. Come on, Mike and I go way back. Probably just as far back as me and you, Sean.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't want to miss this one. Great book. Also, you can pick up War Stories, 180 pages, full color, $25. Get that in volume 4. It gives you the whole USAssassin run by Mike McMahon, over 250 pages. What a run! What an accomplishment! If this were mainstream, if this were single issues, that'd be over 12 issues. Incredible. You don't see mainstream guys doing like those type of runs anymore.
No.
It was commonplace back when we were younger, Sean.
Yeah.
When we were the young lads.
Yeah, I mean, guys like McFarlane, Liefeld, Lee, they made their names on long runs on books that, not only made them famous, but made those titles famous. So, Mike putting in the work over on USAssassin. Make sure you pick it up, especially 4th of July. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
This is his holiday. Also, while you're picking up USAssassin, pick up Type 1 by our guy, Sean Ahrendt.
Yeah, don't be a bum. Back Type 1. You've backed worse. Believe me, I have. Now, if you like comic books from like the 80s and 90s and cartoons, you like Mayan and Aztec lore, if you like a story with a heart of gold that's a father and daughter story, an uncle and nephew story, a puppy, there's no puppy yet. But this book's for you. It's got awesome art by me. It's beautifully written by me. I got some dope-ass covers by some very talented friends. And we're very close to getting the 10K mark with Fund My Comic and Indiegogo as well. So celebrate America by getting Type 1 over 10K this weekend. Please.
And I could think of nothing better, man.
Facts.
And guys, we have a couple signups, a few signups actually. First up, he's not here with us, but he's here in spirit. Chris Graves and I launching Writhe Payne Book 2 later this summer. Go sign up. He sent me layouts, and man, this book is looking hot. Can't wait for it. We're going to outdo Volume 1, and I think Volume 1 was the book of the year this year. So we're back
I think
for
this
more.
is probably one of the most anticipated sequels that are coming out. Or
Thank you.
even others that came out. You're like, oh,
Thanks,
it's
man.
part 2. Eh.
Yeah, man. Already on part 2. We just fulfilled volume 1. You know, the train don't stop over here, Sean.
I don't know about that.
Also, we got Riot Press's American Ninja X teaming up with Patrick Thomas Parnell for American Ninja, but it's not just American Ninja. Also, my guy, Mike's guy, USAssassin, also part of the campaign, not just in the comic book, but in action figure form. So, man, we've seen some renders of the USAssassin figure, that classic star look. It's going to be awesome, guys.
Yeah, this thing looks cool, man.
Yeah, then that's not just a render. That's the actual prototype figure. He's had it on display at Joe Fest. It looks incredible. You know, Patrick has done toys before, Last of the Seekers, working with Ramen Toys. Ramen Toys has some of the coolest figures around, like you know, their
Centurions, Silverhawks.
Yeah, their Marshall, which is Brave Star.
Yeah.
Incredible figures. So go sign up for Riot Press's American Ninja X. Mike McMahon contributing a variant cover for it. So, yeah, the whole team's involved. And then last but not least,
there's more.
One last sign up. Our guy over at the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club, Dexter Weeks, about to launch his very first crowdfunder. I'm setting up the page for him because him and Steve Sicily, they don't know what they're doing. So they hired me. But they're going to launch Beast of Blood Island on Indiegogo. Go sign up, guys. Man, I wish Corey Barton was here because the boob per page ratio on this book is out of control. And this is for mature audiences, guys. Just so I could make this campaign page, Dex had to go in and put like little stars over all the boobs because these women just happen to be topless in this book. So definitely for mature audiences or immature audiences, if you know, depending on how you you know what your take on this. But this book is killer. They're working with the producer who owns the rights to Blood Island, old horror film from the 60s, 70s, dominated the drive-ins. He owns the rights to some other horror movies, including Dracula versus Frankenstein, and they're creating their own horror universe. This is the first release, Beast of Blood Island. Man, the book looks amazing. Steve's selling his paintings in this campaign, and these are gorgeous. Look at this piece right here. You know, so if beautiful ladies and horror is your thing, Beast of Blood Island is going to be right up your alley, man.
She looks like the Hawk 2 girl. We'll buy this alone on that aspect.
Yeah,
yeah.
If the Hawk 2 girl was a like a Bond girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, Steven and Dex, you know, they're my co-creators on Coney Waves. So if you like the tiki horror vibe of Coney Waves, you know, Beast of Blood Island is going to be right up your alley. So go sign up, guys. I'm not sure when they're going to launch yet, but I have a feeling they're going to launch on the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club. So, man, it would be awesome if we could watch Beast of Blood Island or Blood Island, whatever the movie is called. But man, go sign up for those great books. We're 20 minutes in. I haven't said hello to the chat.
What?
Of course, first in, my guy. Mark Pengard first in says, sorry, TMC, I'm going to an early screening of Maxine with a friend at 7 p.m. So missing Revolution Live for the first time. How can I continue the show without Mark Pengard in the chat?
He's still there. He's still here. He's here in spirit.
What's Maxine?
Maxine is a new horror movie. It's it's part of the X trilogy. You don't know about this?
It looks cool, man. I want to see it.
So first there was X, Then there was Pearl, and now this is Maxine. I want to see it. I haven't seen Pearl yet. I remember seeing X with Dex, and I was like, "This is X with Dex." Yeah, I was like, "This is a really strange movie." But now that I think back on it, yeah, maybe I misjudged this movie because I want to see Maxine. Looks pretty cool. Penguin sharing links while he was here though. Go back Phenomenova on Kickstarter, also available in Indiegogo. We got Abra's 2 cents here. I was just over on Abra's channel talking US Assassin. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for hopping over in the chat. We got Brian Kriskow over here. He says, "Whoop whoop, what up?" What up, Brian? Thanks for joining us. Guys, go check out Six Gun Gorilla. Brian, feel free, if you're still here, to share the link in the chat. We got our guest, Vaughn Coleman. Hey, I know that guy. That slaps. I think he's talking about the Froggy Fresh song. Without Penguin, you know Penguin's not here because he didn't throw up the lightning bolt. Oh, I was waiting for that. That ends the streak at Revolution. Every time the Froggy Fresh song has been played, Penguin has thrown up the lightning bolt. And man, I don't know what to do. We should probably
somebody please throw up the lightning bolt.
It's too late now. It's too late. We got Alex VRB in the house. He says this song is very popular in gay bars.
Right?
Alex,
I know. It's
no.
It's playing in like every single one that I go to.
It's on my playlist.
Alex says Sean is the superior Revolution host.
Facts.
Wow. Alex picking sides.
Hey, man.
Nicholas Gear in the house. We're disappointed in his lack of ability to follow instructions. Oh, Vaughn.
Oh, Vaughn. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. He's eager. He's here early. That's a great quality to have. If this were a job interview, I'd say I like the initiative. We got Ja Rowe in the house. Morning, guys. Down the chat. Mike McMahon in the house. He ain't going anywhere. He's going to draw US Assassin forever. Ja Rowe says some fancy fireworks must be in celebration of that SpawnCon footage being uploaded.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, what?
Yeah, Enrico. What comes first, the SpawnCon footage or the C2E2 footage from me?
I don't know. I have it all downloaded actually on my computer, and I was thinking about working on it over this holiday.
I have mine all queued up in my editing software. I could do it.
I got shit.
It's not going to be. It's you know what? It's not going to be a masterpiece, but it'll be there. Ja Rowe, thanks for reminding me, buddy. I forgot all about that.
Alex says it only takes one. Type 1. Go back it. Ja Rowe says boobs to page ratio. F the world.
No, that's for the win, Mark.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For the win.
Where I'm from, that's F the world.
No, that's for the win. Everyone knows that.
Alex says horror movies, eh? Horror
movies.
Horror movies.
Horror movie club. That's a whole new thing that Mark is.
Oh my gosh. That's coming Friday nights to Primetime Poulton. Sheldon Martin in the house.
Showgirls is the first one we're reviewing.
Sheldon Martin, sorry, I was writing something. What's going on with boobs? Beast of Blood Island, more boobs per page ratio than any other book. Dex sent me the files to create the campaign page. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I can show without getting this campaign taken down. So if that's your thing, if you like hot women, I mean, who here doesn't, right? Go check out Beast of Blood Island. Brian Kriskow, Filipino horror is special. Yeah, it is. And Brian, follow instructions, sharing Six Gun Gorilla.
Nice.
He's looking forward to Maxine. X and Pearl are both excellent. We got Phil Diaz in the house. What's up?
Yo, ball.
Brian says, I watched The Coffee Table last night and it effed me up. Deeply disturbing movie, but worth your time if you can handle movies like Martyrs and Cannibal Holocaust.
Coffee Table.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't think I've heard of Coffee Table. Interesting.
Brian says that new Hellboy trailer looks like a fan film.
Ugh,
Oh, that's out? The
Please.
trailer?
what happens
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
thumbs down instead of thumbs up? Anything?
No, it should like rain on you or something.
And I'm a huge Hellboy fan. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, it's 25 minutes. I think we left Vaughn waiting long enough. Let's bring him on. Special guest, Vaughn Coleman. What's up, Vaughn?
Nothing much. How you guys doing?
Hey,
How about
what's
you?
up,
We're
Vaughn?
doing good, man.
Yeah, just I just launched on Indiegogo and Kickstarter last night, so that was fun.
Nice.
So yeah,
So you're all over with this campaign. You started on Fund My Comic. When did you launch the initial campaign?
April 19th is when I launched the initial campaign, and then I was supposed to launch this, and it kept getting pushed back. I didn't want until I had Buzz's cover. I wasn't going to launch the Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and so I finally did. It was like it kept getting pushed back and back and back, and then finally I got it. So the book is close to completion. There's 4 pages of colors left, and then the lettering is almost done too. So we're close, man. Like I want to get this done fast, but it's like every time I'm almost done with a phase. The problem is because it's my first comic, I'm learning every aspect. So when I was learning about printing pages and types of paper, I was like, I didn't sign on for this. I was like, I thought I just write and they draw pictures. And so that's been interesting. But
what stock are you going with?
70 pounds, which I don't know how. I still don't get how that works because it's like a page. Like, how's it
weigh 70 pounds?
Well, that's because I'd be confused. I'd be like, what? So I would just like
I felt a whole book of 70-pound pages. Am I that strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what I would do is I just bother everyone I know, of course. I'd be like, all right, what is your paper weight? Okay, that's good. We'll do that. I'd be like, what kind of paper do you do? And they'll tell me. And so that's it.
Mike says Del Toro and Perlman or no one. Vaughn, where are you on the new Hellboy movie?
I haven't seen the trailer. So I've seen the first Hellboy.
Yeah.
And then I was going to watch the second one, and then I didn't. And I just kind of forgot.
Were you born before the first Hellboy movie?
When did the first Hellboy movie come out?
Oh, man.
04? Oh, yeah. I was alive.
Okay.
At that time. It was 04? Depending on the month, it would have been April. Okay, so I would have been 5 years old, 4 years old, 4 years old.
You're a little older than I thought.
That's adorable.
I'm 1999.
That's why I graduated high school.
That's
Got off probation.
You still fall into Vaughn still falls into the 80-90 rule. You guys know what that is? If it's from the 80s or the 90s, it rules.
Okay. That's cool.
we got Missy Duran in the chat. So Missy was with us at Garden State when we had lunch with Vaughn. Afterwards, she said, "How old is he? 12?" And I was like, "No, I think he's in his 20s."
That's the normal reaction. Actually,
he's 35 with 3 kids on his 5th alimony.
I hope not.
Alex says it's pounds per ream of paper, 500 sheets.
What's a ream?
A ream is 500 sheets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I could have figured that out.
Yeah.
We got Maromi in the chat. What's up, Maromi?
How you doing? Long time no see.
What up?
We got Christopher Bouchard in the chat.
Good to see you.
Alex says Vaughn has a very convincing fake ID.
It says
You know my
McMahon
secret.
on it or something.
So Vaughn, this is your first campaign, but you're doing very well over on Fund My Comic, where it's been the longest. I believe you're over $12,000.
Yeah.
Fund My Comic.
Yeah, man. I Luke Stone gave me a good deal, and I had been hearing all these, especially with Indiegogo. These I was going to launch later on Kickstarter. Everyone had told me to do that, but I was like either going to launch an Indiegogo or Fund My Comic, and I kept going back and forth. And Luke Stone gave me a good deal, and he sold me on Fund My Comic, and I like.
What do you mean he gave you a good deal?
A deal that was good.
What the fuck?
Sean, I'm sure I have a feeling it's the deal he gives everyone who don't get bent out of shape, Sean. You got a good deal too.
Look, all right. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. Well, listen. Anyway,
I'm pissed.
well, So
very controversial.
anyway,
Vaughn Coleman talking business deals.
yeah, man.
Back end
No,
fun.
I decided to launch in there. I also don't like the idea of being shadow banned. Everyone would tell, even smaller creators, would be like, "Yeah, I'm shadow banned." I'm like, "What is going on?" Like, if I'm gonna bring my audience somewhere, might as well bring them where I get a smaller percentage and where it won't be shadow banned. And so I decided to launch a Fund My Comic, and it was a pretty good decision. I think it ended up going. It ended up going well, you know. And so
I mean, for a first-time creator, I would say this is going great. Over 200 backers, over 12,000, and now you just launched on 2 other platforms. So congratulations, Vaughn.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm on Indiegogo and Kickstarter now. Because some people in person told me they're like, I want it on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and I'm like, okay. So I just kind of made one. And then we'll see. I'm mostly, you know, this is my main one, and I just added a new cover because actually they don't make you do exclusives on Kickstarter or Indiegogo anymore. So I was like, all right, then I'm not going to. So the Buzz cover is available on Fund My Comic as well.
Do you have a picture of it here?
Yeah, if you scroll down. So Rini's finishing up the colors on hers, and then this one is going to be colored. So that is the latest cover. And the last one. So that, yeah, I just added that one, and I'm probably gonna make it a virgin cover, honestly, given the composition of it. But that came out great, and it was worth delaying everything for. You know, I'm really happy with how it came out. And
so tell us about the book. What's Phenomenova about?
So it's set 20 years after World War III. Now, this world, superhumans kind of led to World War III because they accelerated global conflicts, and it kind of led to an arms race. So you do see flashes of superheroes in World War III at the start, and now 20 years later, you have the idealistic son of a war hero, a veteran, who is struck by lightning while holding a mysterious crystal, and he finds himself awakening with lightning powers and lightning speed. And inspired by the heroes that came before him, he decides he wants to don this makeshift costume and become a superhero. But he finds himself in way over his head when he attempts to intervene at a heist at a nuclear reactor. It's like he wanted to take the ideals of before, and he finds that being a hero is harder than he initially anticipated.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your your inspirations for this? What were growing up? Well, you know, you're still a kid, but what were some of the books that you grew up on that inspired you to make Phenomenova?
Well, you know, it started off so I didn't get into comics until I was in 6th grade, but I was into superheroes for a while. So I got into it first in the movies. Like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie was probably my biggest inspiration. And I thought about this idea when I was in 2nd grade. Of course, it had a different title, had a lot of different things. And it would evolve. And then I started, watching the Batman the Animated Series and a whole bunch of stuff. And eventually I decided, I want to know where all this stuff comes from. I had known about comics and the lore, but I had never really taken the dive. And I decided to start with Batman Hush when I was in 6th grade. I got it for Christmas that year. And then I would read the next and the next and the next. And I would go through periods of time where I'd be super into comics, but I think it wasn't until I'm a film student. I was at film school, and I started reading Chris Claremont's X-Men run, and that was when I was like, oh my god, I should be doing this, because it was I always had these big budget ideas that I would have to water down because of budget reasons or whatever. And what I loved about comics was that you could get those big stories out and keep going and keep going and keep going. And suddenly you have just this massive mythology, all these stories under your belt. And I loved that. And I'm always a visual guy, even though I have no artistic talent, And so I ultimately fell in love with the medium to the point where it's if it's not a movie, that's okay, because I love comics so much that, everything I think about it as a comic and how I'm going to do it as a comic. And it's been great.
Nice. By the way, we have 30 people watching on X and YouTube. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit the notifications. We're here every Wednesday for Revolution. Sunday, we're here for the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club. This week, we are watching... What are we watching this week? Oh, Stir of Echoes, starring Kevin Bacon. So make sure you watch it. I'm going to pull down the Fund My Comic page. We're going to go over the Indiegogo page, which you launched the other day. Should I play the trailer, Vaughn?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Here we go.
When the whole world was dragged into World War III, brave men like my father fought on the front lines. And they weren't alone. That was 20 years ago. Now it's up to us to carry on their legacy. And every so often, the earth from which we come gives way for something new, something greater to be born. And with them, even greater threats to face. Bring it on! Phenomenova. For you, Dad. For you.
That was great.
Thank you. Yeah, I was like, oh, I should maybe use my film degree for something. So, yeah, no, Dark Gift did help out. Yeah, it was louder before. Mistakes were made, but that's one of the things, I guess. You want to avoid mistakes, but ultimately, it's just going to happen when I'm making my first campaign. But I think I did okay.
So you said this is your first campaign. Is this your first book? Because this doesn't look like a first-time creator's book. It looks
I didn't want it. I didn't want it to look like a first-time creator's book. I wanted it to be like, because look, everyone has. It was ultimately like I had a breaking point where I was like, okay, at a certain point, it needs to just come out. I can't keep revising it over and over again. It's not going to be perfect because my whole mindset was this is going to be my first issue of what I want to be my flagship title, right? I was like, if it's not great, I'm afraid that people won't go to 2 or 3. But ultimately, I'm like, okay, generally speaking, whose best work is there first? But I would revise over and over. And actually, my artist I found, and he was ready to go. And I was like, I'm like, wait, I'm not ready yet. I need to rewrite this. And so I would keep rewriting and refining and getting feedback until it was there. Now, my first work, so I was an editor on Hunter Ninja Bear. That was my first comic book work, which was amazing. I was very lucky with that. And then my first writing work actually was I won this writing contest, and I had written, not finished it, but I had a screenplay that I had written. And the best part of it was the opening scene, which was a self-contained segment. And I converted that into a 10-page short story for this writing contest that was going to be in the back of this trade paperback. And I won the writing contest. And so this was my first published work. So really, this is actually a great chance. And I'd love to do more with this IP, but this is a great chance for me to really, okay, I had to hire a creative team. I had to learn to work with people. And so I used that experience and all my mistakes when going into this one.
So tell us about your creative team on Phenomenova. Who are you working with?
So my lead artist is named Philip Cruz. I mean, he's amazing. His stuff is so good. He's already to work on issue 2, so that is in production. He's doing like a character design right now. I'm hoping to have a cover by the time this shipped out. So I'm hoping to have an issue 2 covered. But man, it's so good.
Who is coloring this book?
And
this
then
is
Jesse Hagee. I remember I was very painstaking because I was like, the colors has to, because there's a lot of colors that like overdo it and overshadow. And I didn't want that. I wanted someone who just brings another level to it. And I would keep going. And then someone recommended Jesse Hagee to me. And then someone else recommended. And I was like, okay, let's see. And then he colors it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is great.
Yeah, I remember seeing this for the first time. And I was like, whoa, this looks incredible.
I remember
sent
I
this
got
to my
like
colorist, and I'm like, step it up.
I remember when I just dropped this double page spread. I got so many signups that day, and people were like, "Holy crap! Like, this came out of nowhere." And I'm like, it was one of those things where I had so much description because there's a lot that's on the page that my art team knows, but it was a matter of like conveying. Like, there's a lot more to this shot, but it was one of those things where I was writing that page and kept adding details, and I'm like, hold on, don't draw anything yet. I'm adding some revisions. And by the time I'm done with his revisions, I go to message him and he's already sent me a thumbnail. I'm like, don't even worry about what I was just saying. Like, just go with that. And the result, I think, speaks for itself. And as I was coming up with the backstory for World War III, I was like, this is a story in itself. So I would love to do a prequel story called Crusader Corps that would follow the heroes in World War III. But in the meantime, we got this one. And
is that them here?
Yeah, that's Crusader Corps. And if you actually scroll down, unless it didn't add yet, did it not add? Hold on. It was on my phone earlier. So I think if you refresh the page, it should have the back cover, which is an homage to Bloodstrike #1.
Oh yeah, that's further up.
Yeah, scroll up. I saw it.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So Bobby just turned that in.
That's awesome. He did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
That's
So
super
that
cool.
was fun.
Yeah, I love that.
Rub the blood.
Yeah, I didn't add that because I thought that was like, it wasn't meant to be edgy, and initially it was going to be colored, and then I was like, no, we'll keep it black and white.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. So yeah, tell us about these guys.
Yeah, so in World War III, you had heroes from all over the world. It was kind of like almost like an international but more militarized Justice League. So you'll notice, so like we have someone from Japan, someone from France, and you don't see much of them in issue 1. In fact, a lot of them you only see them here. But they're these big figureheads that had a major impact on the world. And there were more members, but I wanted to show just a snapshot of some of the core members of the team. But you have the Phoenix Senshi, who's knelt down. So she is a ninja. She's like a superpowered ninja. She's got enhanced senses, enhanced strength, speed, all that stuff. So can fight well to a superhuman degree. Then you've got Madame Magnet. So she's like a mix between Joan of Arc and Magneto and like Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat. A little Captain America too, so her hat can become a shield as well. She can attract and repel things from her. Then you have Scion. So Scion, he has psychic abilities, and he's also damn good in combat. He was one of those like psychics in real life. Like, oh, this guy has psychic powers, and it wasn't until there were other superhumans that came up, and people were like, wait, that's actually kind of a big deal. Is this guy legit, or is he just a stage? And he ended up becoming a member. Then you have Golden Gallant. So he's almost like the Superman-esque figure. He's like mythical. No one knows who he is, but he was the most powerful superhero in the world. He's got like these angel wings. He's got this hammer. And then you have Zoberin. So she's a witch from Germany. She's a sorceress, a witch. And then Kid Kaboom, who is the like he was the first kind of teenage sidekick. And obviously he's from America. Initially it was Boom Boy, and then the Diaz brothers were like, no, Kid Kaboom. And then I was like, oh, that's actually good. So I think I'm going to stick with Kid Kaboom.
That's cool.
Here's some more of the interior pages.
The tough part was I kept showing off, and I was like, I can't keep showing off the whole book. Like every time I get a page, I'd be like, I want people to see this. And I can't keep doing this. So I settled on a certain amount, but man, it's enough to intrigue people. And I think I delivered that. But
yeah, no, this looks great.
Yeah. I mean, again, those colors, man, he really added so much.
Man, look at this creative team. You got a whole factory working on this book.
Yeah. So I you know what would happen is I'd be like, okay, what do I need? And I'd be like, all right, an artist, colors. I knew I wanted to do a few covers, and then I ended up doing more than I anticipated. But they all came out great, and they're all selling, which is key. So, awesome. Like I needed a letterer, editor, and then my friend was an assistant because I just my friend, I needed some feedback on something specific, and he just gave me notes on the whole script, and I was like, all right, let's bring you on. So he's an assistant editor, and then logo design. I realized how much graphic design work. I needed a studio name. like a studio logo. I needed. He ended up doing a back cover, a whole bunch of stuff, trading card art. Bobby is like my right hand man now. Then of course the Phenomenova logo. Then Jules did the art for the first trading card and one of the variant covers. Sukeisha did a variant cover, Buzz, and then Dash Martin is going to be coloring the Buzz cover. And then I wanted a fun
Really, Dash?
Yeah, you guys know Dash?
Where the hell did you pull him out of the WeWork?
Buzz. I was like, Buzz, who's coloring your cover? I didn't ask. I haven't talked to Dash yet. And he goes, oh, Dash Martin. I'm like, okay.
Oh, very cool.
So, Zach did my mini print. Then there was for that opening spread, I wanted to get started on the pages, and I asked my artist, okay, do you want to keep designing characters or do you want to start moving on? He's like, I want to start moving on. So I brought Padrino to design 4 of those characters you saw on that double page spread. And yeah, Zach and Nick did the Fun My Comic exclusive mini print that you will get free with that order. So
nice.
And yeah, like I said, it should be a fast turnaround time on this book. I'm hoping to have it shipped in August. We're close. You know, I can't imagine it taking a whole month to do. Well, I don't want to say I can't imagine, but I'm hoping to get it, you know, sent to the printers in early August is my hope. So we'll see about that.
Wow, this is going to be a fast turnaround. That's
my hope.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was mostly done by the time it came out, and then I have about 30 or so days of production. So I don't even know if I'm going to go in demand. We'll see.
And the book is dedicated to your father?
Yeah. So so my dad, I lost my dad in 9/11, and as I was writing it, I realized my main character was kind of missing something. And I was like, well, let me hone in on, like, let me pull from, I'm like, people are going to call it self-insert anyway. Like, let's dive down to something personal. And I found, like, part of why I think superheroes resonate with me so much is because I lost my dad, and they gave me an escape, and they showed me that you could take tragedy and make something good of it. And I wanted to write, I always say this, in an age of deconstruction and cynicism, this is a reconstruction and a reconstitution of the superhero genre and showing, like, what it means to me. And so I decided to make it personal, and I decided, you know, my dad would have wanted his character to be badass, and I was like, all right, I'll make him like a World War. It makes sense logically in the war with the timeline that he was a veteran. So I was like, all right, let's make him a war hero. And he was the one character that I was like, I want him to look like my dad. Like the others, like there are some that were loosely based on people in my life, but ultimately, if you make everyone a one-to-one, then it's almost like I'm consulting everyone else and I'm not writing a story. Same thing with even my character. I'm like, I can't make him just me. Otherwise, what's the point of escapism? Then it's just literally what I would do. And I'm like, that kills creativity. But yeah, so I just decided to dedicate it to him. And I wanted it to be like every time someone opens the book that his memory lives on forever. So
I think that's great. And anyone who, if anyone gives you crap about the self-insert, I mean, I wrote a book about me and my son fighting an evil pizza tree, and we were nominated for a Ringo Award for that.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, look, it's normal. I mean, look at Steve Ditko and Peter Parker, dude. Like, that was Steve Ditko. It's also, yeah, I mean, look, and it's a team book, so Phenomenova is going to be the name of the team, but you don't meet the team in issue 1 because I don't even give him a full costume. You see, he has a makeshift costume because I feel like he hasn't earned it yet. But I really wanted my character to build into it, and eventually will become a team book like X-Men, like New Teen Titans, like, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, you know. But yeah, there's an entry point character, and I felt like, you know, I needed to really hone in on him because I think too many books, they have too many ideas that they throw in issue 1 because like, oh my God, I have this budget, this many ideas. And it's like, well, okay, this is my first book. Let's make you care about one character at least, you know, and then we can kind of go into the other ones. I decided to kind of tame myself before going into this one.
We got Corey Barton in the chat. What's up, Corey?
What?
Corey, go check out Beast of Blood Island. I feel like that book was made especially for you. We got Jolly Green in the house. Hail.
What's going on, Jolly Green?
Alex says Corey is one of the hottest artists in CG, plus his artwork and color work is great too.
Yeah, I know he did some really good colors on. I got to check out some of Corey's work. It's always great seeing how many talented indie creators there are. It really is.
Before we get into the tiers, do you want to quickly mention the fan artist?
Yes, the fan art contest. So I decided finally to do a deadline. So it is going to be Sunday the 14th is the deadline, and then we're going to do an art contest, like awards ceremony on the 21st. The winning piece will not only get a free copy, but they will also get their piece featured in the book. I want to make a whole award show out of it, so maybe I'll give like other awards, not physical ones, but just awards. You know, and I'll make a whole event out of it. But yeah, you have until Sunday the 14th to get that in. We've got so many great submissions so far. It's been amazing. It's like really something special. The tough part, I feel like, is people not knowing your character and going, I don't know how much I want to say. And actually him having a makeshift costume in issue 1 kind of worked because people took that as a chance to be creative, some of them, and that was really cool.
That's got to be great for you as a first-time creator to see all this fan art.
Oh my god,
of your character.
It's been amazing. I've made connections because of it. People I don't even know. They're like, hey, and it's the fact that people took so much time to draw for me and my unknown IP. Like it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, we did the fan art contest for Graveyard Shift, and the winner was Jose Garcia, and he ended up becoming the artist for Graveyard Shift Volume 4. So yeah, you definitely can make connections on these contests. Let's start going over the tiers. We got the main cover. Who did this cover?
So that would be my interior art team. So Phil Cruz, Jesse Hagee. I knew what I wanted from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I basically got exactly what I pictured for that cover. Like I told him what to draw. He did it. The next one, I'm telling him, read the script and let's see what you come up with. Because I had an idea, but I'm like, I want to see what he comes up with. But yeah, I mean, this was my main art team. And even my letterer did the captions and did the layout. Bobby did that corner box logo because I was like, oh, crap, I don't have an issue number. And he's like, I got you. And he came up with something
nice.
That was really unique, honestly. And I was like, wow.
And this is $20. How many pages?
68. Because it was 64 of story, and then my artist was like, "Can I add a splash page at the end?" I was like, "For you." You know, I could do one less page because I was gonna make it 68 because I have to, you know, be like, "Thank you guys for backing," or like, I don't know, I'll write some blurb on the back, some pretentious stuff about how I'm such a brilliant writer. No, I'm kidding. All right, it'll be. But I'm going to do some kind of afterward. I'm going to have the fan art piece. Oh, thank you, Abra. Yeah. And I was like, you know, let me do something like that. I just decided to add that extra splash page, and it was great. I gave him a lot of splash pages in this one and some spreads early on, which is weird. But to be fair, I also did do some big boy, lot of panel pages, because one of the thing I do think is missing, and artists are probably going to, Sean might even get mad at me, but hold on. But I don't think artists draw enough panels. These dang artists today. I think the 90s did some great stuff, but I think that people got used to drawing like 3 panels on a page. And
I'm fucking pissed.
What do you mean?
I feel called out.
How many do you draw on average? I write like 5, 6 on average.
2024, the year of F the artist, right, Paul?
Listen, man, you guys had your reign. You had 30 years. We got to take it back. All right. I read Spawn issue 1. Nothing happens the whole time.
It's a love story. He came back from the dead for his wife.
Oh, I didn't know that because he's the whole first issue, because I've only read the first issue, to be fair, but the first issue, he's walking around in an alley talking vaguely about stuff that happened, and then
it's called
all right, bye, read one, and I'm like, what? Nothing happened.
All right, tell us about Sukesha.
So Sukesha was she's not a comic book artist, but she is an artist who I'm friends with, and I was like, you know what? Let's see what she brings to the table, because apparently the mangas and anime is popular with the kids these days, you know. And I was like, well, she kind of has that style. And I just pitched, I was like, just tell me what you envision as a cover. And she pitched me something that was totally different. And then as we're going, she just goes, hey, I know this is totally different than what I pitched, but let me see this. I'm like, done, just do that. And she killed it. And this cover has sold pretty well. Like, I don't know. There's just something about this cover I really like. I think what I like about him is, so he has this goofy helmet, which initially I had Rainey draw, and she was like, "Can I please remove this stupid helmet?" And I was like, "Okay, fine." But the hoodie, I don't know, like just the fact that we could do the hoodie, no hoodie, helmet is just has been really creative for writers, and I mean for artists, and I like that. But yeah.
That's so that covers $25. We then have the Final Fantasy homage cover.
Yeah, so Jules had literally just finished up with my trading card, and I was at the gym, and the new Final Fantasy VII game was coming out, and there's a part in the script where he looks up at a futuristic reactor, which is just like the cover of the original game, and I was like, why am I not doing an homage cover to that? And I was like, Jules, I know you just got finished. That's actually what Rini said. She was like, I don't want to draw this helmet. Looks like, and I'm like, all right, fine, man.
Alex also says, Vaughn Coleman, I believe in creative freedom. Also, Vaughn Coleman, fuck these artists. They need to use more tiny-ass panels per page.
They can be free on their own. But when you're under my dollar, you're under my rule.
Man, Vaughn Coleman really
Dude, but I will say, someone mentioned Yaira. Yeah, I was looking at that. I'm like, oh, I guess I can write that many pounds per page. No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
I mean, to be fair, I think in my book I have like 8. Some of my pages have like 8 panels, man.
Yeah.
No. So I usually put like maybe 5 panels at most, but when I hired Mandy to adapt my screenplay for Cody Waves, she put Renzo to work. I think she had some pages with like 12 panels.
I support that. I support it. More hard work for artists.
You're angering Corey Barton. Tiny panels are lame.
Tell that to Dave Cockrum, one of the greatest artists of all time. So
how many babes did Dave Cochran
dude, I was all right. I'm just gonna open to a random Dave Cochran. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go.
Man.
What a good man. What an incredible man.
Abra says Jason Bascom in Absolute Book 1 had a page with like 20 panels.
All right, I'm going to support this man. Jason Bascom, never heard of him, but now he's my best friend.
He's awesome.
But yeah, so I just asked Jules for the Final Fantasy VII homage cover, and then because she's a fellow Final Fantasy VII fan, I did a 2-hour video essay on that game.
Wow.
Yeah, incredible.
We got the Rini helmetless cover.
Yeah. The helmetless, yeah. He was very insistent that it be removed, and I was like, I don't blame you. Blonde hair is amazing. But this cover is not fully colored yet, but it is almost there. And I asked her, I was like, calling her, I was like, hey, so she had given me great feedback on my script that I implemented, and I was like, all right, what do you want to draw based on my script? And she goes, has anyone drawn the villain yet? And I'm like, no. And she's like, all right, let me draw him fighting the villain. And so there it did. And what I like about it, I like covers where the hero is like about to lose. And what I like about this cover is like there's a lot of storytelling in there too. And she even added these drones that I had come up with a massive list of gadgets and weapons for this character. Had never thought of drones somehow. And now I've implemented them in later scripts because of it. So
nice. And then we have the Buzz cover, which we showed off over on Fun My Comic.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Buzz killed it on this cover. So yeah, I mean, I love it.
You can get all the variants in a bundle for $100.
Mm-hmm. And then
the retailer tier. Tell us about this.
So the retailer tier. So if you're a retailer and you're like, hey, I want to carry this book, you could back it, and then obviously you'll be like, hey, are you a retailer? And then because they get a special discount, they get 10 copies for $100, which is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, no, yeah, you have to. You're competing with Diamond, so you have to give them that discount to carry your books. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Diamond is terrified of me. Actually,
all the covers $120. That's 5 books for $120.
Yeah.
And we got I Want Everything, 140.
And you also get a print, an 11x17 poster of the main cover.
Nice.
Because first of all, I don't know if I'm going to do posters again, unless people really want them. because I'm like, oh my God, they're so annoying because you're like, oh, you have to get two prices. I'm like, what is okay? So I don't know. I understand why people, I've noticed there's a trend where people have posters in their first campaign and then slowly pull back as they make.
Yeah, I did posters for Viking Wolf campaign and never again because I had to roll those posters and then I had to get a box that the book and a rolled poster would fit in without, ruining the poster. So
I make someone else do that. If someone else is doing my filming, I'm like, screw that.
Man, Vaughn Coleman. Look at the deep pockets.
They're being paid. They're being no. The backers paying. I'm not paying them.
Man.
But no. I don't know. It's like because I was like thinking about it. Maybe I'll do fulfillment later on. But I was like, this just seems like a dreadful experience.
Alex wants more trading cards.
I will do more trading.
Superpower is delegating.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, listen, there's the saying, the classic saying, if you want something done right, get someone more talented than you to do it. So that's what I do. I'm a talent weaponizer.
Hey, Sean, who did John Malin, Shane Davis, and Ethan Van Sciver hire to fulfill their campaign?
Us, but they didn't give us shit credit.
Oh, really? That must have been a pain in the ass.
It was a huge pain in the ass and wasted
time. It wasn't that hard. 5 of everything. 600.
Yeah. And there's this
self-explanatory.
Yeah. So if you want everything, but you want 5 of it, you get that. And also your name's in the book. Because if you spend that amount of money on someone like me, So producer tier, Here's the thing. Make these big ass tiers because if even one person backs it, that's money, man.
Smart, Vaughn. So is everything also available as an add-on?
Yeah, except for the poster, because screw that noise. I'm not doing that. Maybe on my website later, but I'm like I don't, because I was talking to my fulfillment guy and I was like, so what would I have to do to customize posters and add-on? And my eyes started glossing over, and I was like, I'm just not doing that. No, it'll just be at the higher tier. And that's it. There is $500. If you go and fund my comic, you can actually get that 5 of everything tier for $500, and you get even more stuff.
Oh wow!
Because I made a mistake and I can't correct it because it's already.
Guys, go jump on that $500, and you get more than Vaughn bargained for. Alex says you could print them here and have Critical Blast do the fulfillment, Corey. Oh, okay. They're talking.
Yeah,
about
he's doing
else.
mine.
Oh, okay. So, Vaughn, before we wrap this up, is there anything else you'd like people to know about Phenomenova?
Yeah, so, this is issue 1 of what I want to be an ongoing series. I think I'm going to do 24-page issues, next time. But this one, I wanted to be like a triple-size first issue. I took the first 3 and smashed them together. But I also have a YouTube channel. RebelOasisStudios.com is currently my mailing landing page, but it will be my website later. Because every time I explain crowdfunding to people, there's everyday people, they look like they want to die when I start explaining how to back the book. And I'm like, I'll just make a website later. So I'm going to do that. Also my YouTube channel is just my name, Vaughn Coleman. I'm Vaughn Coleman on all socials. You can find Rebel Oasis or Rebel Oasis Studios, depending on the social.
When I first heard of you, I went to your YouTube channel and I saw videos of you reviewing Spider-Man when you're a little kid. It's the most wholesome thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. When that video got 42,000 views and it is unwatchable. So when I was little, I was Captain Justice 33 was the name of my YouTube channel. And I would remember because I first got into comics and I literally emailed everyone in my class. And, I wish first of all, listen to young creators, keep the hate comments. Because I'd be like, all right, guys, let me know what you think of this in the video. And then they'd all be like, gay. And I'd be like, oh. All right.
We got Drunk 3PO in the house. What's up?
I met him at MegaCon. Really nice guy. Really nice guy.
I saw you at Heroes Con, but I didn't get a chance to connect, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Heroes Con, I was running around like a madman because I worked half days at Michael Golden's booth. And then I'd be like, oh, my God, there's all these people I got to meet. And I would just kind of keep going to get stuff signed. But I don't know.
I knew you were there and I saw you. So cool.
All right. Well, next time. Next time.
Next time.
Next time, say hi to me.
So, Vaughn, besides YouTube, where can people find you at?
So I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. What else? I think that's really. The kids are the best reviewers. I don't think so. I remember I would delete videos because my mind would change after a week, and I'd be like, actually, I don't agree with that review anymore, and so I just delete the review. Like I was like, Man of Steel, because I hated Iron Man 3, so I was like, this gets a 0 out of 10, and then I would be like, Man of Steel is better, so it gets a 10 out of 10, and I'd be like, this is a little emotional on extreme. So,
did you see yourself as the little kid with like helping Iron Man build his shit?
No, I hated him. Because I was like, why? I was like, why are we taking away from the Mandarin? And then the Mandarin, if you find gold, look at my Iron Man 3 review. I'm screaming because I'm so angry about the twist. I was furious. But yeah, my old videos are really bad. But
I found them wholesome. So guys, go check that out. I can hear my girlfriend setting the table, so it's time for dinner. We have to wrap this up. Vaughn, thanks so much for joining us. Whenever you want to come back, just hit us up.
All right.
And Enrico's giving me the go home sign. So guys, thanks for watching. Join us Sunday. We're going to be talking Stir of Echoes on the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.
All right.